What's good? What's poppin', y'all? I'm just hanging out, working on a new set in Blender. I'll show you what I'm about to make. I gotta downsize these textures I'm using. Let's see. Always, these textures will get you on the size of your stuff. Oops. Okay, so it goes from 500. We'll do 97K. Let me see what my other texture file was. Round smaller was 128, so I guess this one can be around there, 119. I'll show you what I'm working on. Let's see, refresh. Alright. I'm just getting started. You know, I was going back and forth between just doing another zombie hunter game and then doing, you know, I had showed people the whatchamacallit, talked about the idea of doing, I can't talk and think at the same time. I talked about the idea of doing throwing tomatoes at Biden or Trump. Most people wanted Biden. They wanted to throw tomatoes at Biden. And then I had not talked about it. Well, I talked about with some of my friends and stuff about the idea of just doing another zombie hunter game, which people like that more. So I guess the tomato throwing thing, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the greatest idea or something. But yeah, I always say all my best ideas come to me on the toilet. And well, I was on the toilet and I thought the perfect thing, you might already seen it, a weed farm. Yeah, I was gonna texture this. I was gonna do some UV map type stuff, but it actually looks pretty good. This is the beginning. Even the top looks good. Wow, how did I just luck out like that? I mean, this might be pretty damn good. Let's see, one is to the side. Let's select it. Let's see how much of it it's taken up. Oh, I gotta turn on like that. One. But I came up with the idea of making a weed farming game. And, it fits my brand perfectly with OG Contraband. So, I think I'm going to go with that. Because, I don't know. I just think it, really fits my brand. Yeah, I guess this could be textured a little better. UV mapped and everything. So, the way it's going to work is, okay. You come in. It's like a farming game, and I'm going to the hardest part is going to be saving state. It's saving the game state, and that's always a challenge because you either store it on the blockchain or you got to do something extra, like Decentraland doesn't have anything built in by default to save the game state. And so, and then the other challenge is, hopefully I'm somehow generating revenue off my game and everything. But, whatever I do, it's got to be just dirt cheap. And because you know how it is. You never make any money. Everything's a monopoly. And so, yeah, it's got to be dirt cheap. So I think I'm going to be looking at AWS service. I referred to a couple friends who do more on the hosting side, and they said Lambda combined with, I think it's called Dynamo database. That's going to be on the scale of a few bucks a month, even with millions of calls and stuff. So that's going to be a challenge. And I still host my player versus player. I mean, there's really no point to me hosting my player versus player thing, but again, if this stuff, maybe if people like some of these games or something, some of that other stuff could be taking off. And so the challenging part is going to be saving the state of the game. So I'll have to have a web API and that Dynamo database, DynamoDB, and basically you'll come in and you'll farm. You'll dig up this dirt, and you'll see what I'm doing has kind of a grid look to it, and that's fine because everything's going to work on a grid. And I guess it's going to be a little bit like Wanaka Farm, but there's a twist. There's definitely a twist because it's a weed farm for one thing. And it's going to work a little bit differently. Like, you'll come in, you'll have, let me go back to my scene. You'll come in, I think you come in through the corners. There's going to be I'm designing this is part of a fence. You see how the beams are going to go in there to make a picket fence, which is what I'm going to do next. And you can see the grid's already here. Well, that's going to be fine because that's how it's going to work. Like you'll you'll dig up one of these cells, and then it'll turn to brown dirt, and then it'll make an API call. I'll probably have like about 8 cells you can grow weed plants on, and then I'm planning on having the scarecrow in the middle to explain. I'm going to do a little bit more on the 2D UI design this time. I think that's the area I can improve on. And then once you dig the dirt, you got to return within, I think I'm going to make it 24 hours. So you get a full day, and you got to hit it with water. And so it goes from dirt, and then it'll be a little tiny green sprout. After 24 hours, there'll be like a mid-sized plant after 48 hours. And day 3, it'll be a full-size big weed plant. And then you harvest it, and you start over. Then when you harvest it, that's where it's going to make the API call, so I can have a leaderboard, probably on the other side of the scarecrow, in the middle, like one side will be you talk to the scarecrow, or actually no, it'd probably be better on one of these fence posts, and then so you can see how you're doing compared to other growers, and then. This is like a 3-stage thing because, once it'll save state. When you come back in here, you got 24 hours, you got to water your plant again, 24 hours, water your plant. And then after that last watering, you're good. You can come in. I think I'm going to make it anytime. You can come in at any time and harvest. And then, when you do that, that's when your ounces start piling up. So then, let's see. Well, yeah, once you harvest, they'll be storing to the game state. So it'll be one of those games where once you do all right in it, then it's saved for next time. And then that's phase 1. Let's do a little more modeling. Let's see. D y -1 y -1 shift D y -1 shift D y -1 shift D y -1. There we go. So you're going to enter from the corners. Okay, so that's phase 1. Well, let's do a little modeling because, like I said, I'm not very good at talking and thinking at the same time. And this time, let's see. This is going to be a 1 meter big. It should be right, 1 meter. Then. Let's see, go Z 0.5. Oh, that didn't work. Let's see, I want to scale Z. Go Z. Go X 3.5. I want to scale Y. No, I want to scale X. Scale X. And then I'm going to style this a little bit. Let's see. What should I do with these? Well, I don't have to worry about it. Let's get it at the right. Oh, I'll just move it up. Z. There we go. Now tab. Then let's see. These have a little bit of shape. I feel like fences, they're usually, they got a little bit more shape to them than a square, I think. They're usually kind of rounded a little bit. So let's see what we can do. Am I in edit? Edit. There we go. First of all, they taper at the sides. Well, I want a loop cut. Where's the loop cut? Loop cut. We taper it, maybe starting there. And then we'll add a couple. We'll give it some roundness, so I'll just do maybe just not going overboard with it, but you know, maybe a few different levels to give it some shape in the middle. Come on now. There we go. Then let's put another loop cut over here. Maybe about there. And we'll also let it bulge a little bit in the middle. So there we go. That's going to be our basis. Now let's see. I think I heard a message. Let's see. Top chat. All message are visible. I don't see anything. Okay, and the main thing is, no, I want to select. This will be, they really scale down Z. Yeah, they kind of got to look like that, right? Scale down X maybe a little bit too. Yeah, I feel like that's what they do. And it also has to fit in this thing, which is it's gonna fit in there plenty easy right now. So then we'll start bulging. Let's see, select loop. How do I do that? I forget. I could probably just get it like this. Grab all these and then just deselect these endpoints. Nope. I'm forgetting my keyboard shortcuts. Is it shift select? Yeah. There we go, there we go. There we go, there we go. Get that motherfucker. There we go, there we go. Get that motherfucker. Oh, I forgot to scale this thing down, but that's alright. Doesn't have to be all at the same time. We'll just bulge it out. That'll be a scale X. Maybe about like that. Then I'll also shift make it wider in the middle. And at the ends, scale X, scale X, and dynamic scale X, there we go. And then the center one will be the fattest, which will be, which one is it? 1, 2, 3, this one. Scale X. Yeah, there we go. We'll do the same thing. Scale Z. We'll do a GY. Scale X. And then there's also these 2 rows. Let's see, they will be, ooh, they're a little bit harder to grab now. That's alright. There's so few points I can just 1, 2. Three, 4. That looks right. Scale X. And we'll make the center one the fattest. Alright. And just repeat. Scale X. How's the profile looking? Not bad. I feel like this point right here, I don't know if I forgot to grab it. GX. I'll just bump it out a little bit. Not bad. It's kind of got that fenced look. Okay. SX. Feel like they needed a little bit more rounded than the center one. I don't think I ever made that one fatter. I don't know. I think that looks pretty good actually. And this one needs a little SX. There we go. Then the other thing, I think I want a GY. Just make it a little more symmetrical there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Tab. Yeah, I think that's going to be looking good. GZ. Hey, hey. Okay, okay. I mean, I could have just, let me see. I could have just not even made that complicated shape on the beam. So let me see. Scale. Scale it on a little bit on the Z. Scale it a little bit on, what would that be? X? How am I doing? Yeah. Scale X. I feel like it's a waste of that shape if I don't take advantage of GZ a little bit. I want you to be able to see that I made that shape when you're in the game. Hey, yeah, that's gonna look pretty good. I think I could still scale Z a little bit. No. Scale Z. Boom. Okay. Now it's time. Let's see. Shading. Period. Centers the object. Pull down. Wood. Go to UV editing. Say what? Say what? This is gonna be a little bit tricky. Let's just see what they all are. It wasn't looking, this one wasn't looking that hot. Let's see, how's that work? Plus. Shift plus. Does that only work for faces? Oh, that don't make sense in this. What would I just do? There, that looks pretty good now. Okay. Now let's see this top part. What's going on there? Let's just see which. I think it's just a little thin, I bet. Is that all of them? That's looking a lot better. Much better. It's a little bit stretched. You can tell, but really, I think it looks pretty damn good, actually. I'm gonna grab this right side. One. That looks pretty good. Now what's this little island here? Let's see. Let's just select those. Is that how that works? What is that? Is that the end cap? Where? Well, let's see what it looks like. It might not matter. Does that look as good as the other side? Yeah, I think so. Pretty stretched, but I mean, it looks pretty damn good, I think. Yeah. That side looks better than this side. Let me select that side again. Oh, that's why I didn't do the work on this side yet. Scale. Go. Scale it even more. Not that much. G for go. I mean, I guess I could do scale X, SX. Really take the most of make the most of what I got here. G. Yeah, let me do that on this side too, because it's probably gonna look less stretched. Make the most of it. Then let's see what we got on just on the top. One. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it really bothers me what this little, what these are. Okay, you know what? I'm not worried about it because it looks really good. Let's see what it looks like in the layout. Oh yeah, my picket fence. And you see the complicated shape. Alright. Shift D, G, Z. Period. You boy. G, Z. You boy. Oh, there's, okay, you know what? I think I'm still going to do one edit in UV editing. I know what this is now. This part right up here is all jacked up. Go to transparent. Yeah, that, okay. So, and what's the next ones? It's like they're laid out kind of weird. Well, what it basically means is, let's see, there's a trick space. All it means is that I space these a little bit evenly. I think it'll fix it. I don't know. You know what? I mean, I would have never guessed, but I think this is actually laid out the wrong way. It looks pretty good though. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if it looks good. It looks really good. I still don't like that though. Burn. Let's see if I did it the right way, if it would look better. Dang it. One. See-through. Because what's going on are... Okay. Nope. AR90 SY SX. It's laid out completely the opposite as I thought. Oh yeah, you see how nice that looks now? Whoa. I gotta do that to both sides. Well, let me make sure it has the same problem. Let's get a face select. Is that an option? And that's not an option. Oh yeah, that looks good. So much better. Still a little bit weird there, but I think that's how the UVs are laid out themselves, and that's probably good enough. Shift D, G, Z, period. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. G, Z, oops, nope. G, Z, shift. Fine tune it. Oh yeah, that looks like a pretty good. Actually, I think I'm gonna GZ fine tune it up a little bit, even though it wouldn't be natural to leave much space. Yeah, it's gonna look like a picket fence. Yeah. Come up with here on this picket fence. I don't know. I mean, I could have put a little bevel on here. The edges are probably a little sharp, but I like it. I like it. Shift D, then that will be Y -1. Boom. That's how we do it. Shift D, Y, negative 1. Enter. Yeah. And what happened to my ground plane? Something got messed up. Shift D, G, Y, 1, boom. In the house. Shift D, Y, 1, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I can just add a new ground plane and mesh plane. I don't know. I made it 7.99 just to be safe, even though everything else is. Just make sure I'm on track with stuff. Yeah. Then I guess I would. I'll probably just get this fencing, the outside edges done, and that'll be a wrap for tonight. So I would grab everything except that I don't want to duplicate the ground plane. I would shift D, and then I would X. What would that be? Negative 8, right? Escape. R X90. Nope. RY90. Nope. RZ90. I should have done that. G. X 3.5. Is that right? Something's not right. Something's not right. Okay, let's. OBG Y X. It would only be would only be 3? Rotate Z 90. I guess it depends on what the pivot point is here when I have a bunch of stuff selected. And this looks right. 1, 2, 3, 3. Oh, that's why I got this. Okay, I got it. I got it. Let's see, I got an extra copy there. I got to just, let me even go back, edit, redo, and then, because it's calculating the center with the ground plane selected, that's why. It's throwing the calculation off. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we don't want that. We don't want this. Is this deselected or selected? They're selected. In object mode. There we go, that's deselected now. Deselect this one. Deselect mug. Boy, boy, boy. You want an easy solution? There we go. Shift D, G, X, 4, 3, no. Shift D, X 3.5. There we go. R Z90 A. Alright, I'm just gonna have to like manually do this, I think. Because it's just not getting the jump. It's getting the center right or something. Let me make sure everything's, I mean, everything looks like it's on the grid perfectly. Why? Oh, that time I got it. Did it? Yeah, it's just not getting that rotate quite right. Something about the weighting in here. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to do this a different way. I think I'm going to go like this. Because the grass has to be perfect, but the other stuff doesn't. So I'll shift D. What is that? Y -1. X -1. Escape. Go. X -1. Z. Go. X1. Okay. Shift D. Go. X1. 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 Shift D. Go. Y. -8. Go Y negative. No, wait. Go Y1. Shift D. Go X -1. Shift D. Go X -1. Shift D. G X -1. Shift D. G X -1. Boom. Shift D, G, X, -1. All right. Yeah, then Then I take these fence parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this doesn't have to be exact, so I can just shift D, G, what would that be? Y, 3.5, escape, G, X, 3.5, R, Z, 90, G, Y, negative 3.5, shift D, G, Y, 7. Boom! Hey, basic perimeter made. So, yeah, it's going to be like a farm scene. I'll probably put a couple plants around the outside. Yeah, I'll probably put the leaderboard here or there, you know. Maybe I'll have 2 copies of it. Then you'll enter from the corner, and we'll see. I might make it so you can walk through this fence too. I mean, there's no reason it has to. That's one thing I don't like about. Yeah, as I'm going through Decentraland, I try to see what other people got and what gets on my nerves and stuff, and all these invisible walls all over the place are so annoying. And you know, I think I like it when you can enter a scene from at least, you know, not just one little point, and so you can enter at least through the 4 corners. Scarecrow in the middle will tell you if you don't know how. And they'll probably be like this, like I'll probably have, you know, I might change this to like, there might be some sidewalk in here or something, or a stone trail in the middle, like around there. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I think if it's a stone trail, then you get your plants on this next row. That would be 16 plants. That might be too many. I feel like 8's the right number. So maybe I'll have plants, then there's something interesting here. And that'll give me something, a couple places here and here if I did that. And I would have you could have 8 plants at a time. I feel like that's enough things to come in here and water. I don't know though. I guess it should be, if you want to make number 1 on the leaderboard, it should be a lot. So maybe I do or maybe I leave a little bit of space for walking and then have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. I don't know, maybe I will do that. Put in the comments if you're watching this. And what do you think of my basic starting structure and the idea of the weed farm for OG Contraband? That's it for tonight. Then, you know, this is progressing pretty fast already, I think. You know, this is the start of a scene. Hey! Oh, by the way, yeah, there's a couple plots of land that's available. I mean, right next to what I already did. And so I might end up buying there so that my things like, you know, because I figure it's like real estate. If you got something interesting built, that brings more traffic. So if I have a few different things you can do in one area, they're actually interesting, and shooting zombies and growing weed and shit. That should, I would think, create a high traffic zone and like boost up my own real estate value, or or at least, or the revenue is what I can do with it. And so, there is a couple small plots because this is another one plot deal, and so. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to end up grabbing in the same area. I was kind of going back and forth because I don't know, there's not a, I feel like the center of the map has more going on it, but, especially with Genesis Plaza and everything, people coming out there, and then up on where I'm at. But on the other hand, if there is a couple interesting things to do, maybe I can be developing my own hotspot in Decentraland. And, I'll tell you the second part of this. I'll probably repeat it, everything several times. But, once you grow the stuff and it's stored in an actual database, so it's saving state, then you're going to want to sell it. So I'm probably going to have some sort of, and I'm trying to think about this because, I don't have money to be getting them. What I would want to do is have it so you drive around in a car, but, and then you stop at different people, and sell the weed. But, I don't think one plot, like, because your body is like, you don't be driving like 10 feet, and then, so I think I'm going to have to get creative, and like maybe it's like inside of a building where people are coming in, or it could just be a single street scene where people kind of come out of a building and then they walk up to you and that's the sale. But anyways, then you're farming weed, then you're selling it, then you get money, and then I'll save the rest as a secret because there's like at least 3 pieces of this and then maybe another website. And I'm probably going to end up deploying my stoner coin on Ethereum so that you can get some real actual coin, and who knows, maybe it'll become valuable. If something becomes valuable, it's really up to people the users are really the ones that decide if something's valuable, how they treat it. So, but all right, that's the session for tonight. I better save my work, and thanks for watching it, if anybody watched it, and we'll see ya in Decentraland at 10451, hottest single spot parcel in Decentraland, hunting them zombies. Talk to you later. What?